If we look at educational disparities as a function of race and ethnicity, as well as income, which is another popular variable, it's not difficult to find a lot of information like this that tells us all kinds and all sorts of manners of ways in which a person's education and their attainment might be a function of race and income. And so these are really pretty poor outcomes and things that we're trying to work with. However, language is not exactly the same thing as race or ethnicity. In fact, it's a little different. And when we do a search for educational disparities relative to language, this is pretty much what we tend to see. Yeah, you're wondering about the awkward silence and nothing on your screen there, right? Yeah, that's because there really isn't a whole lot of information out there. Now, why is that? I believe that one of the reasons is that basically we have underestimated the impact of language. And we do that because we suffer from something called euphoric recall, which is this tendency to look back on our lives and think that everything was really wonderful way back when. But that only happens because our brains tend to forget the things that are very difficult, the things that are burdensome for us. We don't want to carry that around. So the happy thoughts stay with us, and that provides that sense of nostalgia. And it's emphasized here by this particular quote, and I'll tell you who this is from a little bit later, where someone said, "Most Americans have ancestors who learned English the same way, in classrooms where English was the only language used for all learning activities." And so you see, this is what we think is the way that language has been learned and how it's interacted with education and how everybody's succeeded. And that's actually not the case. So I'd like to tell you a little bit more about how it actually works.